Today I have these questions in my hand which I've collated from the internet, and there are quite few. Um, and I'm going to answer those, and this is going to be a Q&A vlog here where you will just see me answer the questions which maybe you would also love to ponder on, or maybe you would love to hear me ponder on, or some things here and there. Okay, so it's going to be a Q&A, and that's it. Okay, so without any further ado, let's begin. The first shit I'm gonna grab is, do you think of mortality? Okay, so do you think of mortality? Well, this we are starting on a bit rough turf here. To answer this question, of course I do, and as I'm inching closer to my 30s, although it is very likely that you won't think that I'm in my later 20s. Anyways, the the thought of mortality definitely jumps here and there in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, in my spirit. Although I feel like the book I read this year, which was by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross on death and dying, it literally was enlightening for me, as you know, as someone who just needs some tools in my toolkit to navigate the inevitable, which we all are going to go through and face one day, and post all of the things which are happening in the world since 2020, and also in our personal lives as well as globally, which is just magnifying the truth that safety is sometimes just a delusion. Also, everything is uncertain. We don't have hold on anything, even though you have power, money, or all of it. You have the lovers in your life, or there is a good family, you have a good job, but sometimes the nation could fuck off themselves, and in return you also get fucked. So yes, I do think of the mortality, and it it is something which is inevitable. And yes, I do. Yes, I do think of it. Yeah, the next shit I'm gonna pick up is, list 3 fears you are determined to overcome. Okay, so here it goes. The first is hypochondria. Although I have learned to manage it more properly and deal with it without going to extremes about my health, something if comes up, I'm not anymore terrible at handling it. I'm sort of calmer and composed while handling all of those shitty storms I'm prone to go through. But now, yes, I'm more on that side where I really want to overcome it totally. um and yes, that is one of the fears. The second fear I want to overcome is not getting hypochondriac, because other people are going through some health issues because of their ignorance. um we just can't can't pull off that weight on our shoulders to carry any longer. Sometimes it is not a responsibility to take care of their health if they are breathing adult, right? So it is very important to have that boundary, and not getting totally involved into it, although I do sometimes, and that is sometimes harming and draining, even though this compassionate scenario situation happens. So there is this fear of what will happen if I just totally neglect, and appear bitter sometimes. So I just want to overcome that fact that sometimes there are bitter boundaries you need to establish, which might not appear very sweeter, but in the long run could turn out sweeter for you. So there is this mindset situation shift which is required, which I'm sort of afraid to turn into, but I know if I'm determined I can do it. The third fear, I would say, is just global situations. I feel like I should not give it so much attention. I have this fear of getting into it and sipping and getting sucked into it so much that I sometimes could forget what is happening around me and being present in the moment where I am currently, and knowing that something is just fated, something is happening due to some external circumstances which literally is nothing in my hands here right now. Okay, so there is that. So I need to overcome the fear where I should not I should not be feeling that because somebody else is suffering and going through something, I should hamper my present moment, you know what I mean. So the fear of feeling guilty sometimes. So there is that. Oh, the next shit. I don't know if it is making sense though. Maybe I'm gonna watch this video after 20 years and I'm just gonna be like, she's so fucking dumb, bitch. There. Okay, so here we are. Do not kill the part of you that is cringe. Kill the part of you that cringes. What do you think about it? Oh yeah. I don't cringe at my own self at all, because I'm very much okay with enhancing and imbibing the qualities which are sort of cringe. So I love that because, as Taylor Swift said in her speech at the NYU, that when you look at your past pictures or whatever you did, when you see the images or videos, you are gonna cringe at some part of the way you expressed at that moment. So yeah, I feel like I feel this to be true, where do not kill the part of you that is cringe. You know, it is totally about the self expression. I feel like I would definitely kill the part of you that cringes. Yeah, that is such a beautiful idea right there, to just not being afraid of putting yourself out there the way you are. Yeah, the latest uh, example is Ori. He is just taking the net by storm these days. The next question I have is, what gets you excited about life? Here we are. What gets me excited about life? Okay. Well, my work gets me excited. My my morning tea, and the way I'm able to serve my community online, offline, hits my core, and I'm just pushed to do it. And then the nature, the family, friends, my inner circle, and my passions, different passions. Yes. Um, and also sunshine. I love watching sunshine, moon, stars. What makes you smile? What makes me smile? Well, I'm most of the times I'm smiling by myself. Sometimes I have this stone face situation going on. Um, but what makes me smile is um someone being very honest with their feelings. Doesn't matter it is mean or something, but if they are really honest, I really I'm really, calm and listening. So that makes me smile sometimes, like, because they are sort of confiding in me, and I'm able to be present with them and be them. And there is this interaction which is really, really filled with genuinity, and it is very likely that both the parties are smiling. That's why I'm smiling. I love yous. That makes me smile. Um, Someone who is interested in having a long conversation, that makes me smile. Someone who knows how to tease me or something which is really like banter worthy and sort of khadusness that makes me smile. My music makes me smile. Skies makes me smile. Um, Literally, me seeing myself in a mirror makes me smile as well. And everyone who loves me has the ability to make me smile. So, thank God and touch wood. Okay, and I hope, very hopeful that I'm making you smile too. That would be my greatest accomplishment. What is more valuable, material possessions or a loving family? Holy shit! Well, what is more valuable? Oh, I won't be able to choose either of this. It's like it's a very hard, difficult choice to make. Really, I'm a sort of a material possession sort of a girl, but I'm okay with having a loving family around because I feel like it is very nurturing in different situation and in a whole different parameter. So I feel like I would choose a loving family. Um, yeah, yeah, I would choose that. If it is loving family, for sure I would choose them. Um, all right. Do you ask enough questions or do you settle for what you know? I do try my best to ask questions and be very honest while asking questions, be very honest while forming them. My mind is sort of always in this mindset where maybe it's a bit pessimistic, maybe, but I am sort of very clear about what I'm thinking of, so I make sure that I'm asking questions rather than just boiling into my system. Because I feel like a conversation can clear many things out, or asking questions can clear many things out rather than just assuming things. Assumptions are crazy. I never do it. So yeah, I make sure that I ask questions which are sort of enough to get some clarity all the time. Sometimes it is very difficult for other people to understand where my questions are coming from, but I definitely make sure uh, the questions hit through my bow. Okay, so do I need more friends? Holy shit. Well, do I need more friends? I have friends which I can count on my fingers, literally. I'm not someone who, as of now at least, I'm not someone who have had or would love to have bigger gangs or so. I am okay with the friends I have right now, and yeah, I'm very open to making getting to know a lot of people, but I feel like um I feel like right now I don't need more friends, like you know yeah, I have had enough of them, maybe. Probably, or maybe no one need me as their friend. Could be other way around, right? What make I have answered this, what makes me smile question. All right, here we are. Where do you want to live? Where do I want to live, guys? It will be Thailand or somewhere very remote place where internet is good, food is good, things are sort of very handy to purchase. They are not sort of expensive. Definitely, it is not going to be metro city. Although I know that not living in metro cities could make me lose out on some opportunities, but I'm okay breathing fresh air in good remote place where there is not too much of pollution. I just don't want too much clutter. I would love to have nature close by, beaches, roads, good people, good community, um, and good internet. Um, yeah, and maybe learn Muay Thai being there, as I love martial arts, sort of. I just learn it, just the technique of it, and then drop it. Something in nature that I'm grateful for is something in nature I'm grateful for is something in nature I'm grateful for is birds. I love birds. When you are waking up at 5 a.m. every morning and you just open the window and you see the birds chirping around and beginning that day up, just twirling around that corner of the building, just showing off and flaunting the couples they are, and feeding their kids, managing the meals for them every single day. So that is very fascinating to me, and I'm very grateful that I don't have earphones on and I'm able to hear them what they are doing, and just take it all in. It's very meditative. Okay, we're 17 minutes in, and the next question is: do you think crying is a sign of weakness or strength? I don't think that crying is a sign of being weak. I feel like I feel like we cannot even take it that it is a sign of showing a strength. As you know, happiness is neither a strength nor a weakness, because even happy people who are appearing to be happy someday are sort of not in sync mentally, and they can attempt something which is very clear, which is not good for them, for their existence. So I would say that rather than tackling it and categorizing it to be weak or strength, I feel like it's just a way of feeling certain situation and doing it moderately. Acknowledging it, but doing it with moderation. Um, just if it is a strength, and if one just keeps on crying all the time and not using that strength of letting your emotions out in a moderate way, I feel like that could harm in some sort of way, because strategy helps one move forward than doing that, handling that with emotions, which crying can do, happiness can do. But if we direct that energy after some point, after doing it moderately, and handle that situation with strategy, it could help in a more good manner. Okay, and can save ourselves from more potential crying worthy, tear jerk, uh, potential possibilities in the future. So that is what I feel about it. Yeah. Did that make sense? Oh, did it? The next question is: what nice thing did you do for someone else in the past 24 hours? I was just nice to me. I don't know. Well, when I was on the road, there was this little brother of a sister who was also sort of in second, third standard, and he was sort of a bit cheerleader for her, where she was like coming in the restaurant, and they both were running because maybe their friends were hosting a party or something like that, and he just did like when she entered restaurant, he was like, like this, welcoming her like a superstar is entering, and I found it so sweet, and I praised sort of to her, and I was like, he's so sweet, you're so lucky, all of that. So maybe that was the kind thing I did, praising her for having a good brother who is her biggest cheerleader. Good shit, right? If the average human lifespan was 40 years, how would you live your life differently? I would have more babies, maybe. I would have I would have at least had few babies by now. Who knows? Because ultimately, sometimes I speak with my mother that, oh, I don't want to, to have this priority of making kids and all of that. But somewhere I feel like when I meet a right man, I would feel like, yeah, I want to make kids and all of that, and having this lifespan situation of this 40, and I was like, yeah, I want to do it. So there is that. Uh, am I kind to others? Sometimes I'm not kind. I could be bitter. Yeah. Or mean. Or both. What is your favorite smell? Pheromones. Pheromones. Yeah. Do you know what pheromones are? Google it, baby. What person or type of person would you choose as a life companion? Oh, what person or type of I would choose someone who loves doing their work, who loves having their space, who sort of is very sorted in their life, like sorted with their emotions and their priorities straight up, and someone who is independent as well as has their own life, because I love my space a lot, and who loves communication a lot, who is sort of adventurous, loves to try new things, and who loves space. Like, give me a room, you take a room, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, you know. So, who has their own life going on apart from me, and I'm not just the center of their universe. Perfect. Perfect situation. Yeah, that's what I feel. And who is honest, genuine, and truthful. Yeah, and very clear, and hot, and sweet, and cute, and a man of culture. Most embarrassing place I've farted. I don't fart often. The most embarrassing place I've farted was on a railway station, maybe. Yeah, I don't fart often. Touch wood. But I guess, yeah, at the railway station, maybe. Is there anything left sacred about our lives that we won't put online? I would answer this specifically to myself. Is there anything left sacred about my life that I won't put online? Hmm. Yes, a lot of stuffs are sacred, and I don't put everything online, of course. And I won't name it because they are sacred. Yeah. Is that okay to answer that way? But whoever, what is gonna go wrong, anyways. Latest thought I've been pondering over. Latest thought I've been pondering over is the thing where when I go through the old albums, I see my grandfather, um, you know, feeding me in the photographs, and he passed away when I was like 2, and I don't have his voice recordings, or there is no archives that I could hear his voice, and I keep on pondering how would he sound if he would have said my name. I just keep asking my parents and our relatives, like, how was his accent, how his tone of voice was, like how he used to use his voice, how was his rhythm and flow, the tone and all of that. But it is very difficult to be very specific and elaborate someone's way of talking, or their voice. And I would have loved to have his voice, at least. I don't remember it, but a recording, a cassette or something like that. And I always keep on pondering what he would sound like, if he would have said this, if he would have saw me do this or something like that. So that's what I'm pondering in recent times. So yeah, that's it. We have finished all the cheats here, and they were quite good. Don't you think so? See you soon as we move ahead with the vlogmas. Take care. See you, Sanada.